destination. After getting to an area where you found yourselves not exactly out of place, but not exactly in the field of depth that you anticipated. Heading towards Quota without too much of an issue, other than some of you looking for pieces of paper, others looking for information, and others, well, others may be looking for the problem at hand that they currently face. When you managed to get there, it was told to you that unless you had business inside, you were basically not allowed in. That did not stop some of you from trying. Eventually, you did talk your way in, except for they are still hunting Nikolai, which is why they had decided to disguise themselves as one Grok. What'll happen when he may or may not get here eventually? We'll figure that one out when it happens. But right now, you did manage to find uh, Serrano's children, his adopted daughter and son. Daughter and son, yes, right on that part. And you managed to also take care of things here. Well, not really, as there's really nothing here to take care of. It turns out that the people here are more or less happy with the current circumstances. Right now, the trading systems, the people in power, and everything else seems to have found a balance. As prior beforehand, it was more of, hey, the hierarchy rule right now, and everyone else has to pay a large sum of taxes. The typical, hey, bad ruler leads bad town. So when an uprising happened, well, people were for it. Your team kind of has a problem. Well, you decide to put people back in power that, in all sense of the word, abused it, or allow things to go the way they are, and maybe, well, maybe doom the world, but these people will be safe. You don't really know. And to figure that one out, you might be able to speak with a few people around you. One of them is Wick, as they seem to be more or less malleable to a conversation, rather than to attack first and ask questions maybe some other time. And this we start at Serrano's children's, technically, because he hasn't been there for 5 years, uh, store. After getting some information as well as looking at some things that you could buy, you guys were basically given the information you have. Dust was given a box to look through and plumage through. Dust, I want you to go ahead and roll an investigation. You will find it, of course, but it'll take some time.
So then, investigation is more of how long it will take me.
Yes.
Should I assist him if he needs help?
Yeah. It'll give you advantage.
Oh, sweet. I mean, if it might, but
Okay, so you're going to assist me in that?
I would love to if.
Okay, awesome.
If you would like to assist you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
One thing I forgot to mention. Quinn, Quill were trying to kill you, or at least rob you. You converted them to your side for now. Right now, those two have a message to go and speak with the current high cleric of the town. More on that later.
Not a great investigation person, but I got a 19. So.
If you were to aid me, I would have taken the advantage, and you wouldn't have had to roll.
Yeah.
So I would take the 15.
That's fine. I'm going to say Ada assisted Nikolai and Finny assisted Ada. So it, more or less, it took like 30 minutes. So like scrounging through the boxes here and there since he's been gone for 5 years. He has a bit of backlog. But eventually you do find a crescent symbol of what appears to be a... Let's see here. Which one is contacting him right now? Okay. Currently you do find a few notes here and there that have a crescent symbol of a red... it looks like a falcon, more or less, but the wings behind it seems to be blaring in fire. Similar to that of, well, a mythical bird known as a phoenix. They do appear and sometimes rarely show up in the world, but no one has seen one for a while. They are generally described as rebirth creatures. When they come and die, they are reborn some other place and location. Some people believe that their feathers are used for the reincarnation spell. But this symbol does seem to be the most prevalent symbol around. When looking at these pieces of paper, they do seem to have a weird structure to them, similar to the other pieces of paper you would have found prior, or at least were given prior. It seems to have a cipher written through it. Or at least it feels wrong. Because when you read the messages, it's simply like, oh, Serrano, how's your day? Keeping up with your children? How's the weather like in town? Simple things like that don't really seem to fit well. You found 10 of these letters, and all of them seem to have small talk.
Okay. I will kind of pocket those because at this point in time, I cannot decipher that.
Mhm.
Decipher them.
At least currently.
Yeah, currently. So.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll pocket those and I'll just say, these are the letters that I'm looking for that your father said that I could look through.
George nods, Sally in turn as well, and George simply states, take him. He hasn't responded in 5 years. I'm pretty sure they're mad at him.
Most likely. Okay, and then I'll just...
Yeah, you just take him. In the meantime, Quill does simply state, well, I'm bored. So, you guys said you had something to do. If not, me and my brother have to go and, maybe deal with people. And then she gestures towards her neck, doing the whole cutthroat situation.
I will... Actually, that's fine. I have one big question. How long ago did you get the hire?
She looks towards her brother because she doesn't know. Around 3 weeks ago, give or take. Any reason why?
How long ago has it been since the Sundering Dogma?
About a month now.
Okay. I'll turn to Sally and George. How long ago was the rebellion?
The rebellion happened roughly around 3.5 weeks ago. After the festival hour.
Okay. So you got the letter. How soon had the high priest been killed? How long ago?
Sadie goes into a more of a teary situation, so George simply states, roughly around the second night. He was... Although I cared for the high priest, he defended people till the end. He kept and made sure that as many people survived, whether good or not, tried to have a chance of a new life, or at least get away. He lasted a night until the current high priest, Lana, stepped in and ended the last vestiges of their power.
Quinn and Quill, with that kind of information, I just want you guys to be wary, because there is a shot that your missive was from the old high priest, not the new one.
Quinn does look at this and nod, and Quill, kind of doesn't pay attention to it. But Quinn does state, we'll take it as it is, but right now we do need the money. We're not exactly doing that great. I mean, the 10 gold you gave us is great, but that'll only last us for so long. Even though in D&D, I think a gold lasts you a month. Except for adventurers. And these two are adventurers / mercenaries.
Yeah, for gold with adventurers, it doesn't last very long.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's lower down and they manage it, it could actually last them for a while.
Yeah, that's very true. But for them, a job is a job. They need to do it.
Yep. Well, depending on the situation, hope we don't have to confront each other.
You can check it out with us if you'd like. I don't mind the company if, don't get in the way.
Well, we need to figure out more along what the situation is for at least what, in my mind, we're here to do.
I'm gonna
Right.
do paladin stuff. I'm here to help Dust.
Quinn does look towards you. All right then. We're likely gonna go find a place to stay for the night, and then we're gonna head out into the temple. If you manage to catch us beforehand, you're more than welcome to join. At least listen in. I don't know if the job will be up to your tastes.
We'd be willing to listen. We'll probably head over to the Dragon Head Inn. It was recommended to us, so
I'll
at least to me.
likely be heading there myself since I was there when it was recommended, and you told us.
Yes. So.
With any luck, we'll meet each other again. With any luck, after that, on the same side, or at least not opposing sides.
Ho, ho, ho.
Again,
Yes,
mercenary by
hopefully.
trade. Yes. He does nod, bow. He's a nice guy. Unfortunately, his current circumstances deem him needing of a job. Quill doesn't care. She likes fighting. And they head out into the city once more. Finny, are you trying to catch with them?
No, I just didn't like the way he left.
Oh, that's fair. He kind of gave you a more or less threat.
Yeah, I was going to settle it right here.
I mean,
Now, Nikolai.
Stop him. If what you Dust.
You had a family that you wanted to visit. I believe it was the Rose family.
That is a possibility.
Yeah. The family who produces various liquors.
Yes. I believe that was something that was needed to be done for us. Am I whispering to you?
You can if you want to.
Okay. Let's go to the Rose family thing so we can figure out what's going on and I can understand more about this curse.
Would you guys have? I'm turning to Sally and George. Would you guys happen to know where the Rose family is located?
Yeah, they're a brewery family up the road.
It was one of the reasons why we came here. We came to speak with them about potential business opportunities.
Like, for jobs, you can visit with one of their stalls in town. If not, I suppose you can visit their residential home.
Okay. Residential home is probably the best.
All right. He gives you directions towards the residential estate, so you don't have to wander the streets and ask people, "Hey, do you know where this town is? I mean, this house is."
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have that location now.
Who should I be asking for? That would be knowledgeable. Is everybody there all brewing people, or do you have a name?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I didn't know who I was. I was trying to find somebody that would know more on some curse ideas and things. I was a friend of mine that had a curse.
If you're talking about curses, I suppose the current high mage, high cleric in town.
Oh yeah, yes. Yes. Okay. Well, thank you for your help.
Sure, anytime.
Dust, did you need anything else, or do you think we should head off to the tavern for the night? What time is it again?
It's late evening, not late evening. It's like 2 p.m. Oh wait, you guys got here late because you decided to. No wait, you left early, got here around noon, so it'd be 2 p.m.
Okay.
So early afternoon.
Well, okay, fine. I guess we could go see the Rose family first, and then we could sleep.
Finny, Ada, any ideas other than that? I'm perfectly fine with that.
I'm okay.
Vera, Vol.
I have no qualms with anything. And then Vera, if we have to speak with more people, I suppose we can.
Vera, you may not need to do talking, but some of us will.
That'd be preferable, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. That's all she says.
Okay, I think with that,
Yeah.
I think we're going to head over to the Rose family.
All right. Grouping you together because I need you in a group.
Oh.
The Rose House.
Hey, Dogma, just for like knowledge sake, we don't get any of this. We don't get to use any of the abilities until we rest, right? For like our level, like it doesn't really come into action, or what? Or how does that work?
You guys really didn't get hurt, so I'm gonna say you leveled up when you got here.
Okay. I mean, I for some reason I still had some damage. I don't remember why.
Snow
but...
fell on you really hard.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I'm damaged, but I level upped. Okay, we're good.
All right. Getting to the Rose House wasn't too much of an issue. After all, it's one of the biggest estates around. As you wander towards the area, you do come across a few people just waving at you, pleasantries all around. As soon as you arrive to the estate itself, however, you do see like a whole bunch of eyes just darting directly at you. Not as if they're about to attack you, but more like they don't seem to live there, kind of thing. It's like, these guys are clearly foreigners, and this is not their house. But eventually, you do make it towards the door. Does anyone knock, or do you just try to run through?
Nicola, okay, so I'm going to describe this real quick. This is going to be interesting. So as Nikolai is going to walk up, and, well, no, what you perceive as Grok is going to walk up, and then as I'm walking, I want to, like, Nikolai is going to morph and start to change, and then all of his like features will like morph back into Nikolai as what they know as Nikolai, and then not be Grok anymore, and then simultaneously and then knock on the door twice. Hello, is anyone here?
So what exactly is your current form?
Nikolai, normal Nikolai.
Okay. I don't know if that's a good idea, but okay.
Well, it's here, but I don't know. I mean, I'd rather be me than be something that's not me.
That's fair. That's very fair. As you begin to like knock, going, "Hello, is anyone there?" Not a guard, but a sentried man stationed in garb looks towards you, opens his door, and then like closes it behind them. In a more verbose voice than they likely imply to have, not to like scare you off, but only because the armor does so. Looking towards you, he does state, "Hello, sir. How can I help you?"
Good to meet you. My name is Nikolai. I was interested in some of the brewers here, and I have a special brew that I came across that one of the people here, have created, and I was wondering about learning more about it, and it's something that I care deeply about, and I was wondering on who I could meet to enlighten me on the subject.
Do you have the bottle, perhaps? Without any
yes.
actual knowledge. When you present the bottle, he does state, "Oh, good, 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 good." Looking at it, examining, he does state, I suppose this would be Rosemary's work. I'm afraid they're currently in their study, doing their whole study, teachy things. I don't know what nobles do. Currently, they're taking a class. Wait a bit, and they'll be down here in a moment.
Okay. Where should we just stay here in the yard, or is there a place we can be in the meantime, or?
Without forewarning, I'm afraid you'll have to be in the courtyard for now.
Okay.
Yes, usually you have to have told us that you seeked an audience in advance. Terribly sorry.
I didn't really have a way to message. I mean, the bottle doesn't really have your your contact. I can't really send a pigeon.
No, if you like, you can come another day. It's perfectly fine.
Well, no, I'm fine. I mean, we can wait. Yeah.
Very good, sir. He then looks towards you. Looking at his armor, he then looks towards you. And then thinks better of it. You don't know why. And then he heads back in, closing the door behind him. Inside, you do hear some, not shouting, some loud conversation.
Before he leaves,
yes.
Can I roll insight?
Sure.
Okay. Character sheet is very slow for some reason. What is that? Oh, 6. Yeah, I didn't know anything.
You don't really know what he was thinking, which makes sense.
Gotcha.
But you do hear some commotion inside. Not like fighting, tussling, or like scream conversation. It's more like he's loud and the person that he's speaking with is also loud. A few minutes later, come by and he does like crack the door open a little bit and simply states, "It'll be like another 30 minutes."
Okay.
And closes it again.
In the meantime, Nikolai is going to go over to the fountain, and then he's going to start just like, I don't know. I'll just do like some like ice shenanigans, kind of like just do some like I'll keep on like I'm gonna cast like just for fun, do like a ray of frost like as I go, and I'm gonna skate across the water kind of thing. I don't know, just for fun.
Yeah. You skid across the water without too much of an issue. Catching it on, I guess freezing it isn't that much of an issue. It's just gonna be concerning when they come out.
Yeah. Oh, and question: is it snowing here in the city? Because we know that the epicenter of that storm was coming from here.
Ah, good question.
From
Good
the
question.
city.
Oh yeah.
It's not. Like when you entered inside, it felt cold still, and the further you got into town, it stopped. The weather itself is kind of sunny. Some places here and there do have that cool sensation, but nowhere inside is snowing anymore. Outside the walls, you can see does have the perpetual spell of, control weather still laced around it.
So what's happening with the ice on the water?
When you freeze it, it freezes normally.
Okay.
That being said, you did freeze the water.
I mean, it's just like it's not. I didn't freeze the whole water. I just froze like as I walk, like a one row. So it's like I didn't freeze the whole thing.
Yeah, I know. It'll thaw. But eventually, the guard does come back out, and simply enough, does state, "All right, sir. They're more than ready to see you. Are you all ready?"
Are you guys coming in or what?
Yeah.
If she would have us, yeah, we're.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Very good, sir. Looks behind you guys. Any reason why the fountain's frozen?
I honestly have no idea. I feel like there's been weird weather going on lately.
Well, that's more than true. Well then, fair even. And you step inside.
I'm so surprised you didn't have the roll of deception there, but okay.
I'm not going to tell you why. But entering inside the mansion is not too much of an issue. He does eventually lead you to the second story, and then he does state, "Follow me, sir. They're currently waiting in the, I believe you all call it a waiting room."
Rust, do you think this is okay? Did you hear me? Dust?
Sorry, I was on mute.
I wish. Gosh, dude, is this feel right? I feel like I feel like there's some kind of thing going on here. I don't know, but it doesn't feel right.
In my experience, this is how it should be. We'll have to play it by ear as we go along.
Sure. Okay. Maybe the sorcerer that has been not completely full should not be in first, but okay. You in here?
He does open the door. In here, sir.
Okay.
Stepping inside and deciding to just step on the table.
That on the chair.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I was about to say, Ada, do you join? Fenny, do you join, or do you decide to go scurry and maybe steal stuff?
Nope, I stick to the team.
Okay, thank you. Stepping inside with the rest of the team, you are able to find a high elf-born Rosemary. Entering inside, the guard does look towards you and simply states, "May I present to you Miss Rosemary." Miss Rosemary does close the book that she was currently reading and looks towards the guard. "Thank you. I believe that'll be all." "Very good, ma'am." Stepping inside, everyone is basically inside. I'm just going to move everyone there because I forgot, ironically, that Mo and Vero were also there. The guard closes the door soon after and then states, not the guard, but Rosemary does state towards you, "Is this a private matter of some sort?"
Yes, it is a little bit of a private matter.
Very well then. Looks towards his guard, towards her guard, and then looking towards the guard, they simply state, "You may go now." "Really, ma'am? I don't really think." "You may go now." Are you sure?" "You may go now." And then, like 5 minutes after that, he eventually goes. He doesn't go that far, but he does go. Sorry about that. He is new. I really don't understand why he's currently wearing that guard armor, though. Nonetheless, what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, for one, I guess I'd say I'm a very big fan of your brew that you created. As I say that, I set it on the table. It was very delightful, but with the magical properties that you endued into it, I had to come and figure out who made it, because it's something I've never seen before.
Looking at the bottle and examining its vintage, she does state, "Oh, I believe that was created some 10 years ago, give or take. A rather young brew that my late husband was making. It does have our family seal, so I suppose that would explain why you came to me."
Well,
Are you looking for more?
Yes. Well,
I think what my colleague is trying to ask is, he's come across.
Well, Dust, there's I'm not sure if our other companions would be, I guess, okay or feel comfortable with this whole situation. I don't know how they would feel about it, and I don't want to throw that on them.
Well, he has a friend who has been cursed, and he's trying to solve this curse of his, and this brew here was one of the first things that he came across to help him out.
Oh, I see. That would explain a lot, but I'm afraid I myself will not be able to help you in that case. If you're looking for a removement of a curse for your companion, I would suggest seeking the help of the current High Mage in town. Other than them, the only person I would recommend in this town would be the Witch Doctor.
So, how did this brew remove temporarily the curse of the friend that I have?
I am not sure. Given the circumstance that my husband is not currently with us anymore, I am not sure. That being the case, though, we did, in that form and time, create new elixirs and brews. During that time, I believe my husband was creating some brew that dealt with blessings and curing to help ail someone that is hurting, while also trying to alleviate them of their current mental state. If I had to wager, it was gifted with divine energy for a high assortment amount, likely from the former High Cleric at the time. If you speak with the current one, you might be able to divine something from their books. Potentially.
The current one? As in the new one?
Yes.
I
do not believe you are able to speak with the dead, unless I am mistaken.
Yes, I'm not.
And with this new high priest, we're still fairly new in town, and how do you feel about all this?
It's a change in power, and overall it has nothing really to do with me. That being the case, though, I did lose some friends here and there, but not close ones. And they were rather abusive to the people and those around them, so while I do miss their company, I do not miss them as people.
Rightly so.
Well, if that is all that you can provide, I appreciate the knowledge. And do you would you need anything from us in exchange, or is that?
All I told you was all I could give, and that information could have been easily accessed through any branch of my family. You're more than welcome to have it. But I suppose the information I gave you would be related to either, or at least could be in connection to the high priests in the area, so looking for their assistance, or looking through the notes might assist you, or the only other person I know that deals with curses is the witch doctor in town, Bentor.
And where would he be located in the town?
In the East District. He came into town roughly a week and a half ago.
Let's go get him.
Well, I mean, we have, I suppose, a little bit of time to figure out our course of action. Who would you suggest to go see first?
I suppose Bentar isn't really going anywhere, so perhaps the High Cleric, as they are rather busy, also leading the city itself.
Understand. Okay.
Of course. She does not.
Well, thank you for your time.
Of course.
So,
when you guys say, thank you for your time, you do hear the guard in the background just stating, I'm sorry, man, you can't go inside. Can't go inside, I need to speak with my mother. I'm sorry, miss, but then he, gets shoved to the side, and then, oops, wrong layer. Standing before you now is a 6'5" elf with darker complexion, golden white hair. Looking towards Rosemary, she does basically state, "Mom, we currently have a problem." What is it, Rose? Looking towards you guys. Oh, am I interrupting something? They were just about to leave. All right. She just basically ignores you. Right now we currently have something going on at the school. Anything problematic that I should be concerned of? Did you set a fire in town? No, nothing like that. It's just some of the spells aren't working right now, and I wanted you to see if any of my books were messed up. And she shows her spell book. I'll have someone look into it, but do you mind not pushing the our butler around again?
I mean,
I guess.
I don't mean to intrude, but you're trying to work with spells? What's going wrong? I mean, I'm decent in understanding some spells and arcane magic.
Oh, looking towards you, Rose does state. Are they new hires? They can be potentially, but they were just seeking information. If you can help, I guess. Looking towards you, Nikolai, she does tell you that some of her spells aren't really working. She takes the book back from Rosemary when she was picking it up, just yanks it out of her hands. She's a bit rambunctious. I mean, she is 103, so pretty young for an elf.
Yeah.
She does open the book and then basically goes to a random spell in her list. I'm going to pick this one. Looking at this, she does look at the fireball spell, and then she states, all right then, I'm going to try to cast this. And last time I tried to do this, it didn't work.
Wait, whoa,
and then immediately
whoa.
Tries to cast it, and then nothing happens. You don't feel sensation of magic casting or being cast out into the area. Just nothing.
Okay. Rose is your name?
Yeah.
Okay, never do that again.
Don't
please.
Tell me what to do.
Okay, first of all, fireball. You just tried to cast a fireball spell inside a wooden building.
It didn't work last time, so why would it work this time?
The possibility of something working and having a giant fireball inside of a wooden building seems like something you shouldn't do. Secondly, I'm sorry, but I thank you for the demonstration, though.
Rosemary does look towards you, Nikolai. The house has been fireproofed.
Okay,
heavily ever since her studies
didn't know that.
It's perfectly all right. I'm just letting you know that
yeah.
this is a common, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
Rosemary just looks towards her mom, pissed off. But Rosemary does look towards you.
Nikolai had a mini heart attack.
Anyone dealing with magic, which could be related to anything else, so Ada, Nikolai, Dust, and Finny a little bit, can all go ahead and roll Arcana.
Aw, damn. I don't have my Tags of Chaos. I used it last time.
I think you used it early in the morning, so currently no.
I did.
30-20.
Look at you.
Wow.
With a nat 20 on the other side.
I guess everyone but Nikolai, which is a little weird.
That's not normal. What's wrong with the rolls today?
I think you could play. I think you could play it off that we were all kind of a bit dazzled because she was going to do fireball, but it was more of.
And then I'm like,
Nikolai was right there.
And I was like, what the? I'm freaked out, so I couldn't
That
focus.
makes sense. Looking towards the arcanic nature of the area and trying to symbolize and hone in on the skills, she said the right words. She did the right gestures to cast fireball. In all truth and reality, if she has a spark of magic, she would be able to cast fireball. But nothing happened. Nothing was relayed, and nothing exploded, which is good. But it also defies logic. It should activate properly. Looking at the way it happened, though, when you pull in energy, when you draw in energy, it pulls in the location you choose, and then extends and it blows out from that point in time. You guys would know if you've seen the fireball spell, and most of you have. So when it didn't happen, you defined the energy, and you cast out your own to try to hone in on the spell itself. You can tell that there are ripples in the area of magic that are around. There is some source of magic in the area that would have defined Fireball as a spell, but it did not trigger and it did not proc. And then it's currently dissipating back into the environment, like the weave of magic itself dissipates back once it's used or expended.
Wait. I was able to... Wait, so...
No, it would have been everybody else.
If you had to guess, the spell was basically cancelled or gutted before it actually took effect.
So, can I attempt to cast...
No, this would have been citywide.
I know, but but why didn't... Now I'm confused.
Okay. Rose?
Nikolai immediately tries to cast a spell.
What spell?
I'm casting this on the ground.
Ice Knife. You bring out a sensation of energy, of cold, of dampening darkness, and then shoot it at the ground, and you just basically hit your fist to the ground.
What?
No Ice Knife was conjured.
Nikolai just sits on the ground.
Rosemary just looks towards you. If you're that displeased of Rose trying to cast Fireball, I suppose more than fair?
No. Rose, are you a wizard or...
By trade, yeah. My dad showed me what to do, when he was still alive.
Interesting.
I guess.
There seems to be a restriction. A spell.
Hey! Oh shit. Wait.
I mean, this spell still works. She cast Mage Hand. You can see the Mage Hand forming and conjuring, and then she basically slaps Nikolai with it.
Yeah.
Before the slap actually hits, the spell dissipates, but I can't do anything with it.
Did this proc Dogma?
Well, Magic Surge. Are you activating Tides of Chaos?
No, it already was activated because I used it this morning.
Oh yeah.
Because
Wild Magic does surge.
Oh
right. Go ahead and roll.
Oh shit. 51.
All right. What's 51?
Oh shit.
So it seems like it's a restriction on spells that would be used for harm more than anything.
A spectral shield hovers near you for the next minute, granting you a +2 to AC and immunity to magic missile.
You now have a shield, formed, enveloped around you, currently hovering next to you. Rose just looks at you and goes, "Yeah, okay, show off, whatever. You can use your magic. Fine."
I didn't mean to. That's not what I meant to do. Dust. What's going on?
My colleague here, his magic is a little bit wild.
Yeah, sure, whatever. She takes the book and gives it to her mom. Mom, when you figure it out, let me know. And then she looks toward you guys. Yeah, it's fine. In case you couldn't tell, I'm petty. And then she leaves. She did recently lose her father, and she is quite young.
I mean, I'm pretty young too, but
you can tell this is more like a mom trying to defend her child. Like, she knows she's like this, but she's still gonna defend her kid. It's her kid.
Yeah.
No. It's fine. But it seems like there's a restriction on harm causing spells.
It does seem to be that case, yes. But I'm afraid I do not know anything of this amount. We don't really, other than the scribes in town, no one really needs to use magic. Or at least nothing violent. We do use prestidigitation from time to time and anything else we need to help improve the day-to-day, but I suppose The younger generation might inquire on more adventurous means.
This is opening up a few channels that I'm thinking of, but if we find anything, we'll be sure to let you know. That way you can work with things with your daughter.
It would mean a lot. I'm afraid I do not know much to do with magic, other than the small things, small cantrips here and there. It's how my husband and I met.
Well,
so any help would be
nice.
It was. Any help would be useful, not just for me, but the town itself. If this is town-wide, or worse, beyond the borders of the town.
I seriously think this is town-wide, and there's a lot more that's going on here than meets the eye.
All right, I'll keep an eye out, and looks towards Nikolai. I'll see what other information I can find to help out your cursed friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course.
And again, oh, and again, thank you for sharing a moment of your time.
Anytime. So you got the information you had at hand, and you also realized that maybe offensive magic doesn't really work here. You're not entirely sure, honestly. You just know that Ice Knife didn't work and Fireball didn't work. Where do you guys head towards now? You can continue, talking with them. You're perfectly more than welcome to. Ada, if you guys want to speak with them, you're perfectly more than welcome to. But you do have the Witch Doctor. You do have the High Cleric.
So, who?
No, I'm good.
Do
I'm
we
just
wanna,
ready to roll.
do you want to do this diplomatically, or just leave it up to chance and see which one we want to go first? I don't know. I mean, I don't really care at this point. It's just kind of
So as we're leaving Lots of Ada has something else to say. I think we just leave. You have anything else, Nikolai?
It was a spell.
As a shield hovers around them.
Nikolai's never dealt so inferior before.
Why? Your magic worked.
Well, it worked, but it didn't work. It was like I don't know. I thought it was like he tried to do magic, but it didn't do anything. It just kind of his magic worked, but he kind of felt like he messed up. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It almost looked like you're showing off, look, my magic works. Why doesn't yours?
It's like he didn't do it on purpose, and
yeah.
It's yeah.
Again, she's young, so petty. Other than that, Ada, if you guys need to speak with her, if not, you guys can move forward.
No, but once they all get outside, can Ada, because Nikolai is a shield at the moment, can she try to cast Guiding Bolt and try to hit Nikolai with it?
Yeah. When everyone begins to basically leave the area, Nikolai, the last one, you go, okay, if this works, great. If it doesn't, well, then I have to explain things. And then you just cast Guiding Bolt. A massive pool of energy does begin to accumulate in your hands, and then when you go to shoot it out, nothing happens.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Alright, so nothing works here. Okay, great.
Okay, once we're outside, but before we hit the street, after the guard is left, I'm going to try to summon my chakram.
Okay. So before you hit the street, so I'm going to say first floor. As the guard basically goes...
Well, no. Outside of the mansion.
Oh, okay.
In the courtyard.
Front of the mansion it is.
I'm gonna, like, after the guard has gone in, and I mean the butler's gone in.
After he heads back inside, greets you, does his whole saluting thing, you realize that he's a butler that's just wearing guard armor. You don't know why. You don't ask questions, I suppose.
It's pretty dope, actually.
It is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll just give this one to you. He likes the armor. He thought it was cool, so he wore it. You caught him when he was doing that, and so he just basically had to do his job. The shouting was probably his mistress basically stating, "Why are you wearing that armor? I thought it was cool." Really? Now? You have guests. Can you tell him to wait a moment? Sure. That was basically their entire thing.
Yeah.
But Dust, when everyone heads out, and after Ada tried to hit Nikolai with guiding bolt to see if it would work, it didn't. Unfortunately, you didn't see that part though. But when
Unfortunately,
I mean, if it worked, it means you can use magic of that that way.
but fortunately, it would hit me.
Dusk, when you go to recall your chakram, it materializes in your hand.
The door. Throw it at the door, Dust. See what happens. And Can I provoke him?
I guess.
Yes.
Nikolai's being really rude to you. He's like, I don't know, like throwing small pebbles at you, like, throw it at the door! Come on!
With him doing that way, I'm actually going to throw it at him.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
But I'm going to recall it
I like before it hits.
right before it hits. If it
Oh,
looks
shit.
like you grab your chakram and then toss it directly towards Nikolai. It goes. It doesn't stop. Nikolai, you're a little worried.
Yeah.
A little 3 centimeters when it cuts into your skin. Dust, you recall it back into your hand. It did hit. It just didn't do any damage. You do have like a small cut there. You quickly bandage it up. Your weapon's still working down.
Okay, Mr. Show Off. Don't need to. I'm just trying to have fun here. Thought the chakram would stick into the door and then it wouldn't. It would just dispel the magic. But okay, just try to punch me or slice me. Cool.
From what you can tell, offensive magic spells won't really seem to work. Recalling your weapons or drawing something in or close to you seems to work. Your weapons themselves also seem to work, so that's a given and a plus. While some of them are magical, that doesn't mean that they are pure magic itself, much like spells. So there's probably some leeway between magical weapons and magic itself, which is good. You figure that one out without having to kill anyone from your team.
Okay. Just as we need to figure out what we're going to be doing next.
Let's flip a coin.
Vol
Okay.
just looks towards you, Nikolai. Any reason why you're shouting?
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was. Well, Dust was way over there, and I didn't know he could hear me from here. So
She just counts out like the square, not the squares, but like the feet.
yeah.
I think he'd hear you.
Yeah, I got that. I felt like it was more like emphatic, but that's okay.
That makes sense. I guess, do you guys flip a coin to see where you go next?
I mean, yeah,
No,
we don't
well-
have to, but I mean, I mean, if you want to talk about it, we can do
Alright.
what seems right.
The main locations you have been given is a witch doctor in town that recently got there. The high cleric that is currently there that might be able to help you and assist you, but you already know is not a good person. Well, not a good person, being part of the group that started all this. They could be a good person, but, you know, still bad. A third one just simply be walking around town and see what else you could find. A fourth one would be, you know, going to see if you can get a room for the night.
Oh yeah. We don't really have a
I
place.
said let's go to the witch doctor.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Bef-
witch doctor.
just as a to save my own ass here, I'm gonna change back into Grok.
All right, you turn back into a man you don't understand.
I do
So-
not.
I'm kind of with Vinny and Ada. Let's go visit that witch doctor.
Let's
All
go
right.
to the witch doctor.
I told the witch doctor I was in love with
That
you.
part is
Bum
gonna
bum bum.
be stuck in my head for the entire night.
I do
Yeah.
apologize. All right, you will now head towards their destination. I need to copy and paste you guys there because I did not do it beforehand because I didn't know if you'd be there.
Enough time to go grab a drink again.
All right. As your group manages to get to the witch doctor without too much of an issue, you ask around looking for this person, and you are able to find their more or less shop. You can tell that this shop has been magically conjured up, as the walls themselves seem to be vibrating with magical energy. So, conjuring things is still possible, which is good. It seems that no one has taken notice of offensive magic not working, which, why would they? But eventually you are able to discern that I cannot find the blasted witch doctor's token, so I'm just going to make a new one. It really doesn't matter because the name's all that matters. I will make them in this case. Oh, I know what to make them. I just used one of the new ones I imported the other day.
Nice.
Awesome.
Convenient.
Yes. Easier to look for them. Entering inside into the witch doctor's abode, not abode, I think that's the bedroom. You quickly get out and go into the shop. Examining the area, you can tell that it has remedies here and there, plants that would grow for druids and spell like magical properties. Behind the desk, you can tell that there is one very tall, 7 feet tall, more or less not lanky, but thin. They're not a tiefling, but you can't exactly tell what they are. Examining them more closely, they do have black horns, almost albino white skin with red eyes and white hair. By the skin's texture and tone, it's not a tiefling, but it doesn't look normal. Even for someone that's albino, it doesn't look right, as they would not be normally out and about without some type of covering. But they themselves seem to have more garb similar to a dancer's rather than a shop owner. And if you're albino, you would cover more of your skin to make sure it doesn't burn. So this is weird.
Yeah.
Looking towards you, she does state, "Welcome to my shop. How can I help you in this day?"
Well, what kind of services do you give? as I kind of walk up.
Oh, I give many of assortment. Nikolai, I want you to go ahead and roll me a. What would be memory? I suppose history?
A history check?
Yes.
Oh shit! You're kidding me.
Sour cream should not be out either.
Is that no? You're not. Oh shit! No!
If she-
No!
Oh,
I know what you're
Oh,
doing.
no.
Oh my gosh!
no.
If she's doing something to him, wouldn't it be a wisdom saving throw?
No.
No, she's not doing anything to me. I have a hunch.
As long as you didn't roll a 5 or below, you'd get this. It's not that hard to drive it out of your brain. Looking at this person, looking at this woman, you've never met her. She's very pretty. I mean, the name's kind of weird. The name? Oh, no. No! You know this person. In fact, it's kind of the reason why you're doing some of the things you do. none of the rest of the team seems to have locked onto this current connection. But Bentor does look towards the group, and she does state, "I do and deal with quite a lot of things. Any in particular you are looking to look into, or perhaps, what type of services do you need? And I will see if I can offer them to you."
Well, we were just kind of new in town, and we heard about your new shop, and thought, oh, why don't we try in? And maybe you might have some insight. We just recently learned that.
Yes, insight. You would need some insight right now. Please, hey, Dust. Would you like to come over here and I can tell you some insight?
Of course.
Sure.
You're
Yeah,
more
just
than all
one-
welcome to speak as a group to see what you need.
Okay. Yeah, just one moment, and I'll come over. What's going on?
Honestly, like, you've never seen Nikolai. Like, it looks like somebody that got out of, like, if they walk out of a horror movie or like some kind of movie that they feel like they feel white inside. Like, he is as white as the lady right now, and doesn't know how to talk. So Dust, that's the person.
Oh boy.
Looking towards
Um,
Swinny, Bentar does state, "And for you, sir, do you need anything, or are you part of their group?"
I just noticed the way you two engaged with each other, the certain look you had, and I'm just puzzled. Do you know him?
I do that with people. I mean, my looks can be a little awe-striking at times. I might have met them some time ago. Why? Did they say anything about me?
Hey,
I'm just.
hey, Dust.
I'm
you should
looking at you
probably
myself.
test-
and-
Keep going, Finney.
okay. You see, I'm looking at you myself. I'm not in awe.
Oh, that's perfectly all right. I'm not everyone's type. No offense, sir.
All right, I'm just shocked that look he had was like he's in love. I don't know what the hell's going on.
That often happens with love, shock, things of that nature. Something ingrained into you, like memory. And I suppose
I'm glad you didn't have that effect on me then.
To each their own. I will state, sir, you and the rest of the group do catch my eye. But I'll just let you deal with that as you may.
Hey, Dust. Can you do me a favor?
I will not mention you. If that's what you need.
Well, I don't know the whole timing on everything that's going on with the book, but we need to know how long that them will be in the town, because then I can understand if they are looking for me or not.
Very well.
And
Okay.
hey,
Sorry, quick question. Is Nikolai whispering?
you're right next to me, and I'm
Yeah,
whispering
I
to
just-
Dust.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I
we're very much whispering to each
Finny,
other.
Finny Bentar can't hear you guys, but anyone within 5 feet of Nikolai can.
Yeah.
Okay, it's probably really confused at this moment.
So, Ada,
Can I
Do you-
ask?
do you need
What?
anything? Do you want to know?
Yes.
I think right now is not a good
Dog, I
time.
hate you.
Sorry, I remember that I have Witch Doctor music.
Oh my gosh. You just, like, as soon as I said something that, like, when it, like, did, like, a freaking cut screen, and I was like, oh my gosh, kill me.
My bad. Be warned.
I'll With that, I'll just kind of put my hand up. Later. We can talk about it later. No, now is not a good time. We can talk about it in depth later.
You're
Ask her how long they'll be here, and
I
then
will.
we can learn more.
I will. Then I'll essentially just go up and be like, okay, after corroboration, well, the biggest thing is we just recently learned that there is some sort of restriction on attack magic in town. Would you happen to know anything about this?
Attack magic. Offensive spells, I take it?
Yes, very much offensive spells.
I suppose I can look into things, but it would cost you some.
Oh, I'm not necessarily asking for you look in things. I just was wondering if you had some insight off the hand, but no worries.
I do have some information, but again, that would be for a price.
Would it be for a monetary price?
It can be. Or if you have things to trade, I'm more than willing to trade.
Let me see.
Can I throw a message spell to Dust right now?
You cast message and it connects with Dust. Dust, you feel like you're being attacked and then you realize it's message.
Dust. They're looking for soul currency.
Man,
I'll
that
just-
isn't fake.
Yeah.
I messaged it directly to Dust, so
Yeah. I'm not gonna answer. But just kind of like as I'm just thinking, I'll just kind of do a quick nod. Well, how much gold would that information be?
If you're just looking for the information I currently have, it's quite a bit. So, roughly around 200 gold. If you're looking for specific things, I suppose 50 gold.
I'm willing to pay the 200. This is kind of disturbing for me.
Oh, I take
I'd like
it
to
would
learn
be.
more. And so I'll put down the 200 gold.
You put down the 200 gold, and she simply waves her hand over it, and it doesn't disappear. Both Finny and Dust, you see the gold merge with the desk and be swallowed up like quicksand. And then Finny,
Can you do that in reverse and bring it back?
of course. She then waves her hand again, and the desk itself begins to expunge the gold that was placed on the desk.
Awesome. Do you still need that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I do like your moxie. She then, this time she doesn't just use magic, she just opens a desk drawer and then drops it in and closes it. The current information I have is as follows. Currently, offensive spells can't be cast, but anything defensive, anything conjuring things, and anything constructing things are still possible, so long as no harm comes to another individual. So, messaging spells and the like are still viable here in town. The core epicenter of this is well, I don't want to name names, but it is the individual that's currently running things in town. Although I'm sure you can find that information without too much of an issue. There's something in their current domicile that is doing this. Some object, rather than the person itself, has been ingrained to do this. Likely to not cause any more commotion in town that has already transpired. After all, if you've just taken over a town, well, you don't need someone to try and take it back now, do you? Or it could be
But-
for some other means that I am not currently aware of. I'm still looking into things. That being the case, though, right now every guard in town currently is run and governed by this individual. So I do suggest caution, but not so much that you need to watch your step everywhere you go. But if you do cause a commotion, you'll likely find yourselves within the eye and the scream and the shouts of these people.
When she said that last phrase, Dust's eyes would have gone a little wide at the word scream.
Dust, go ahead and roll intelligence save.
What?
Intelligence save.
I know. Why? I don't understand. What was he doing?
Okay.
11.
Okay. Thinking about this, it does seem to connect and commune with the current events at hand. If these are the same people that were, trying to take over the other town to make soldiers, they're definitely doing something here. And the way she phrased that means that she likely knows what's currently going on or is aware of what's going on, but doesn't have the full connections and points to fully grasp it. She might not have the entire information. That being the case, though, everything seems to correlate with what you've seen so far. You feel a little uneasiness, and you're not sure if this is the information that you're getting or the way she's saying it, but an uneasy feeling around you. It doesn't feel nice.
Well, I'm just more of connecting it with that the echo that
Yes.
I spoke with, and so when she said scream, and in situations like this, when I'm hearing scream, it's just like, oh crap, there is something bad that is going on here.
Mm-hmm. And the way she phrased that, either they're involved 2 and 2, or something else is going on that she is aware of. But you only asked for the specific information and all of this, so she's giving you this information. Well, whether she phrases it this way on purpose or not, you're not entirely sure. But she then continues. I would be cautious and take heart in everything around you. And the last thing I would advise is, if you do intend to try to stop the individuals currently in town, I would suggest going at the top, meeting them singularly, and taking them down in that regard. If you try to attack the entire body, well, the head will come after you. And if you attack the head, the body will come after you. So you'll be buying time one way or the other. But decapitating the source would be the best alternative for the entire thing to fall down.
Wow.
Right. She then gives you the address of the location that she's talking about.
Dust.
That's all I currently know.
Dust. Did you figure out how long that they'll be here?
You didn't ask that part.
Oh no, yeah, no, I haven't. Why? Thank you for this information.
Of course.
If we were to broker in other information, giving it to you, would you be open to that as well?
It depends on the information.
How long might you be in town? Just so that we are aware and that we can come to you if we need any information or to give you some information for.
She begins to lightly giggle and simply states, "You're asking for business hours, sweetie." She then tells you that she's open from 8 a.m. in the morning all the way till 12 a.m. at night. So she's basically open all day. And she does state afterwards, and I intend to be in town for the foreseeable future, unless I need to move somewhere else. The
Thank
town
you.
provided opportunities, and I do intend to take full advantage of them.
Thank you for that information. If we are in need of your services or if we have some questions that you may be able to help us with, we'll be sure to come.
Of course.
Don't move.
Oh,
Tell me.
one more thing. She then goes into her desk and seems to be reaching for something. Do you guys do anything?
Yes, I put my hands up.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to do
I'm-
anything.
Finny,
Can I
a
notice what
business
she's doing?
card. No, you're too far away.
Okay.
Finny, you are given a red business card with like ingrained black, red. Like the card itself is red, dark red, and the filigree on top of it is like a very dark blood-looking ink with her name, Bentar, on it.
Can I see the business card?
At this point, yes. Finny has it in their hands. Bentar does stay.
Hey there, Finny. How you doing? It's been a lovely time.
She stops mid-sentence because Nikolai is discussing things.
Hey, can you have to say what you're saying when you do this message, or do you have to say it out loud?
No, it's in your head. It's like a thought.
But are you doing you're doing somatic and like gestures, right?
Yeah, technically. I mean, you could have done it before you moved forwards.
Okay, so I did it before I moved forward. Dust. 3 options: attack, wait, or nothing.
Dust is simply going to answer. Wait.
Okay.
But more than nothing. More likely nothing.
While Nikolai stopped talking, Bentard continues their sentence. If you require more of my services, simply rip the card, and a sending spell will be directed towards me. And I'm more than willing to help you out. For a price.
Or for free.
For a price.
Very little is for free.
I do
Thank
deal in
you.
commerce, of course.
Do you help nonprofits?
It depends on the nonprofit. I am more than willing to give to charity, and at times to make sure I spend some time with the local orphans and the animals, much like the dogs, the cats, and I'm very fond of snakes. But helping out an orphan, there's nothing like it.
Well, we thank you for the information and your time.
Of course. Feel free to look around. I also do sell other things other than information.
I think we might have a look around before we leave.
Of course.
And then I'll just kind of browse a little bit. I won't go for necessarily purchasing.
Yeah, you're just looking around, like feigning, or at least taking heed of everything around you.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around, you can tell that there's some potions here and there that likely change the body, because some of the potions do read like body of a dragon, body of a nude, body of a human, body of an elf. And other potions do read like breath of a dragon, breath of a cold dragon, breath of a blah blah blah. So she does have a lot of things here and there, but nothing has prices, or at least nothing has a price tag. Like on the table, not on the table, but on the shelves themselves, they do read like ask for the price up front. So like nothing is labeled, which is a problem because you do have to ask for every single thing. She does have other things like spell components and things like that, even focuses. She does have like a giant rat skull that is made out of red bone. You're not exactly sure why they have that, but it is a focus to cast magic into it. She does have a shillelagh object that seems to be brimming with raw elemental energy inside of the core on top of it. Most shillelaghs are made out of wood, but the very top of the shillelagh itself seems to have very swirling vortexes of smoke inside. Dust, what's your passive perception?
Sadly, 10.
You swear for a quick second that smoke sometimes looks like a face, but you can't really get too much detail. But you can tell that some of the swirling smoke is separate from other swirling smokes, which is a little off-putting. Other things here and there, spell books, spell components, and the things like that. Basically, this is a shop for druids, wizards, warlocks, and anyone trying to learn magic. Now, this is basically a apothecary.
Okay, awesome. I think with that, I think I'm done here. Anything else from anybody?
Nikolai, I'm not trying to say anything, but I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to tell what's going on. But from any kind of like the passing of conversations and like what Bentar like has been talking about, have they recognized Nikolai?
If they have, they haven't said anything.
Could I do an insight or some kind of like passive perception or something, or a perception check?
Yeah. Perception check.
Okay.
Sorry, isn't Nikolai Grok right now though?
Nikolai is
No.
gone right now.
Oh yeah, I am Grok. Thank goodness. Okay. But I'm pretty sure they have an ability. So I mean, I don't know. Oh, fudge.
You can't tell.
Can I use my Tides of Chaos again?
You can try. Wild magic procs. You're not sure why.
What?
You're not sure why.
Oh shit.
It should not have. So you can't tell.
Okay. 94. Your size increases by 1 category for the next minute.
Out of nowhere, Nikolai just turns big.
Grok is large.
Bentar just looks towards you, lightly chuckles, and does state, "Oh my." I mean, no offense, sweetheart, but you're a little too big for the room right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so with an 11, you still can't tell.
Okay.
I think we're done here, so we shall leave.
I think
At least
that's the
I'll leave.
best option.
A minute later, on the streets of the town, Nikolai does shrink back. You guys are in the streets, but where do you guys go now?
Not hyperventilating. I'm not doing that at all.
It is gonna look at Nikolai. Are you going to explain now?
Are we not in the same location?
No, you're in the streets now. You're like a block away, or like on the street itself, outside of the. You know what? I'm just gonna move you a different map.
Ada, can we get to the inn first? And I think that would be a great place to sit down and have a conversation.
Fine.
I think you were given information beforehand, so you're easily able to find it, which also helps to put you on a map. All right, Witch Doctor gone. Tavern.
Oh my gosh.
Again, sorry for just changing the music like that. I just remembered I had Witch Doctor music.
No. I mean,
entering to the tavern, or at least getting there, is not too much of an issue. After arriving, you do see that, it's full, it's packing. It does seem to have, like, a dragon's carcass, or maybe a fake dragon's carcass, like, in the middle of it, with various tables here and there. Performers in the area, which do seem to be playing and are quite often doing things. It doesn't seem you managed to catch Quill and Quinn here before they left, so they're doing their own thing. Likely at the High Priestess area right now. Eventually, you guys do find the owner of the proprietary. Unfortunately, I did not think up beforehand, so I'm just going to make it the first dude I find.
I'm gonna go through this, what seems like a door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, this is a little weird, but I guess it's this guy, which seems more like a mercenary than a bar owner. Whatever. I did say the first person I'll find. Sitting before you seems to be a red tiefling, maybe. Their body and form do seem to have the structure of a tiefling, but their horns, where it's protruding, seems more akin to some individuals or creatures known as Oni, which are more demonic rather than devil-like. But looking towards you, the proprietor looks and states, "Welcome to the Dragon's Inn. Do you need a room, food, beverages?"
All of the above.
All right, then. It's not that expensive, and it's currently not tourist hours, thankfully enough. So I'll cut you a deal. If you all go into the same room, 5 silver. All want separate rooms, 5 silver apiece.
I look at him in the eye and I'm like, I want all I can drink and all I can eat and separate rooms. And I hand him 10 gold.
Before he can state the actual price, he just looks at the gold amount and he goes, "All right then." And he just basically, do I have a private room here? I'm just gonna make that room the private room. He does eventually lead you to a room that is a little bit more off-center out of the area that will lead you to other rooms. Stepping inside, he does state, "All right then, you have the rooms to the north, south, and then further south, and then further south."
Oh, very nice.
So we have essentially this entire side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just bought out half of a bar.
I think we have all but this last room.
Mm-hmm. The bar owner basically states, "If you need anything else, just let me know. We're gonna keep coming in and out, just giving you stuff. What's your first order?"
Let me get beers all around, and then let me get a bottle of whiskey.
All right, sounds good.
And what is the meal that you have tonight?
What? Like out of game? What?
Oh, the meal. What
the meal.
type of?
Sorry, I heard something else.
Okay.
I heard mill. I'm going wrong location, but okay.
Yeah. No, I have that tendency with people.
Looking towards you, he does state, "The meal tonight is griffin burgers. If you want, I can, I don't know, do pig, boar, wild boar, dire bear."
Oh, I'm fine with that. I think. Would everybody be okay with that, or is there something else?
Let's go.
All right, I'll bring some greenery too. And
Okay.
Beer, you like meat?
Thank you.
He nods.
Does beer like meat?
Vera looks towards you and does state, "If the hunt requires it, I will eat it."
Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh my goodness, what a day. Why does it have to be this town?
Nikolai, you have a heck load of explaining to do.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not gonna let you get away from this.
Nikolai.
Okay, fine.
First of all, Nikolai, in my conversation with her, it does not look like she was looking for you.
Fortunately, that seemed like I took that from your conversation.
Yeah, but she'll be here for as long as she needs to be.
I had my initial thought was to just, because since she was in a wild magic in a anti-magic zone, I was thinking that we could just walk up to her and then I could cast. Well, no. I had a plan in motion, but it was an interesting one. So, Dogma, are you gonna hold this against me if I say it?
Nah, it's fine.
Okay, my initial plan was to cast polymorph on you and Finny,
and then both become giant beasts, and then you could just gnaw on her and then probably grab her and kill her. But that was my initial plan. But
Then why didn't you do it?
You still haven't explained.
She's a devil.
Let me at her. Let's go back and finish this.
Okay, even if she's a devil, what did she do to you?
She turned me into this.
It-
And I turned back into Nikolai. Like I become Nikolai again. So Nikolai is me, but I am not myself. This is not me. Before everything happened a long time ago, about I'd say 4 or 5 years ago, I had an accident and I was scarred and I couldn't go back to where I was. And so I looked for something to heal me. And Bentar was the one that I found. And they said they could cure me and give me abilities and do things for me. But I can't change into who I actually am anymore. I have to be a different person. And I can't control my magic to the full of capabilities that I should be able to. And I also have a debt. And that's why I have this book. And I set the book on the table.
You set the book on the table.
This book, it's a debt book of souls. And it collects souls because I need to pay Bentar. Because if I don't, they'll take my soul.
Vera looks towards you and she does state, so they did the thing you asked and now you're paying the price?
I mean, pretty much.
So it does seem like they're lawful at the very least. Just maybe not a good person.
I would think, but I mean, I don't have a way to escape it. I just have to do something where I have to take, but the unlawful thing is that I have to take the souls of things that I don't want to, so which means taking someone else's life to keep my life.
Sounds like a bad deal.
It sounds more like you didn't know what you were asking. The price.
Exactly. So.
Finny, who are you trying to intimidate?
Yeah, I saw that. I was confused for a second.
What makes you think we shouldn't kill you for that right now for putting us in this situation?
How did I put you in any situation?
Why do you tell us the truth? We would have finished her for you.
I mean, did you see? Okay, with all of the things that that they have the capability of to, have you ever fought a devil before? Do you know what they have the ability to do?
I would have did it for you.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I've only known you for, I guess it's been
3 weeks.
A couple weeks now. I mean, that's
A little over.
loyal.
I would say a little over a week for them.
Oh yeah,
Let me
that's
tell
true.
you, when you sleep with the same people every night over a week, it kind of.
Right, I thought we were
Crazy.
sleeping in separate rooms, though.
We weren't sleeping together there, but
I mean, we were
We're,
examining you.
we're always close
Yeah.
enough that I can smell you.
Yeah, you guys don't take baths.
Just be on the up and up with us. We want to help you.
That and it wouldn't do us very. Actually, I'm gonna roll to see if I would know much about devils, because Kyle as a player
you
knows a
would.
lot,
I think. I mean, yeah.
but I'm not sure if Dust would. Is there?
I mean, yeah. Also,
Do you want me to roll for something, or would Dust know about devils? Because they're
should
pretty wide.
You should roll like your ability, and then if you can, I can help you with it.
To get more specific information, you would need to roll like the standard, like they do deals. They're usually bad people. Some of them are good. Some of them are evil. That's standard information.
Okay. It's more of the. If you kill them here, they would just come back because you wouldn't truly kill them here in this plane.
That would be a roll.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll that. Would that be
I suppose more history.
history? Okay. Please. Dang it.
Oh my gosh! Can I give him advantage or not?
No, but you can make your own roll.
Oh, okay.
Can I also make a roll?
Yes.
Wow, what are my rolls today?
Ada, advantage.
Ada
Okay.
knows something.
Based on the information you have, based on your own upbringing and your teachings, after all, you are connected to a more clerical nature and healing magic. So obviously you learn about the other side and how they do things. You can tell that demons and devils do often and not come here to do bargains and deals. They often and not do hold up their bargain by the letter, but you really need to look at the letter. If if Nikolai did decide to make a deal, then this demon or devil, whichever one, would hold up their end of the bargain to the letter, but they would always try to make sure that they get the best side of things, which explains why Nikolai has to pay this heavy price. If you do manage to fight them and kill them, you were often taught and told that you need to find the core or epicenter of their being to fully smother them to death. If that is not possible within your own plane of existence, you must go to theirs and extinguish it there to permanently take them out. More often than not, unless they're vengeful, they would just die from this plane and go back home. But if they are vengeful, then they would come back raring to go for a bloodthirsty fight. Maybe biding their time, you're not entirely sure, but they would be more than willing to seek revenge. But that being the case, though, you're not entirely sure what this one currently is.
Damn it! I knew I should have picked a banishment spell for our 4th level.
That would actually have the same effect as if we were to kill them, just above game.
It would buy you some time, even if they are vengeful, to get rid of them for a while.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's the biggest thing, like killing them or banishing them. It gives us more time.
Yes, Ada, you would know all this.
Could I explain that to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'll explain it.
Everyone knows it now.
Sweet.
Cool.
I
Well,
think the best-
another piece of information. So technically, right now, I have 3 souls in my possession.
Wait, how many do you need?
Can I do I don't really know out of game, like in above character, but does Nikolai know? I don't know what the actual...
Nikolai, in your notes that you gave me and in your character sheet, it does state 100.
Okay. It was 100.
Wow, that's a lot, actually.
But now, judging that, they didn't say what type of souls. Because when I wrote that, I didn't know that the souls had weight as to like what kind of currency they were.
Yeah.
So, judging by the souls that I have, I don't know what they would...
What the value of it would be.
What the value of those souls would go for.
A
for what
pure
I would,
soul might be the equivalent of 10 okay-ish souls, but you're not entirely sure.
Yeah.
A criminal bound to try to murder people, probably less than a standard soul. Again, not entirely sure.
Okay. So, yeah. I need a few of them, but I do have a pretty hefty one. I mean, okay, so sorry. Okay, you're probably gonna hate me for this one. I was Horus, by the way.
This guy's full of tricks, man.
Vera does state, I don't know who that is.
Well, yeah, you weren't down there.
The
But
guy
in,
familiar.
yeah. So I took the soul of the priest when we were underground.
I don't know who that is.
I'm lost right now.
You remember when we
The-
had
the-
to fight all the red people, and I was the priest down in the
It was in the temple.
sewers?
No, I'm-
Temple.
I'm lost in a way like I don't even know who you are anymore.
Fair enough.
Vera again states, that's fair. I'm lost completely.
This is a lot to process, no offense.
Nikolai,
Mhm.
how long do you have?
Well, I usually have to throw in some, like, I haven't really paid any of it so far, so I thought they'd be looking for me. I don't know if they're actively looking for me or they're kind of putting on the pressure by being in the town right now. So
Maybe
yeah.
one, Nikolai. Maybe one thing that you could do is talk to them
Yeah.
and get more details on the price of souls.
Vol does also state, Ada did bring up a good point. If they are held to their word, we can work it out in our own way. Nikolai, the deal you made was a very bad one if your soul was the equivalent. Well, I suppose that's flattering if it's the equivalent of 100 souls. But I digress. We do need more
Yeah.
information on this, and maybe defining why they're in town.
Well,
They mentioned a good opportunity, but we don't know what that means.
Well, I don't know if it was that I was equivalent to that many. I was thinking that they were using me as a broker, and so I'm basically like a provider of souls. And so if they don't get the souls that I'm owed, then they get my soul instead. So it's like I give them free souls, and then they get the currency. So yeah.
No, it sounds like the price for what the service that they did was 100 souls.
Yeah.
And with me being a merchant, of course.
That is true. Dust, you just basically get this for free. Based on the equivalent of what was done and how much souls are worth, souls can be used for various things like energy and pool systems, even to cast magic at times, like if you're a devil or a demon. If to transmogrify someone, give him the abilities and do all these things, more than likely the price for that would be more or less 100 souls, which is more than likely he's just paying the fee back. It's still a dirty thing to do. Like, hey, collect 100 souls for me, and you're basically square. Still messed up. They probably added on, obviously, for their own prices and stuff like that. But this was merchantry. What she's doing is straight up a business thing. He just basically did not pay the MSR price. He just basically paid the, hey, you can pay this price, but instead we go for this higher price. And he did not get a good deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah.
and truth be told, when I was in there, I should probably tried to talk her down with the price for that information.
Well, I mean, we could always go talk about it tomorrow, I guess, or I don't know,
Yeah.
something.
But
Honestly, still pretty early.
no, it's still pretty early. It's only
Where's
I
our
would say
food?
around 5 now by this point.
By this point.
Did we
While
get-
you guys were
we-
talking, you have been getting meals and drinks.
Oh, okay,
they,
good.
They
good,
just
good.
knock, give you your stuff, come back. 30 minutes more, knock, bring you your stuff, take the
How
plates
many
away, come
beers can I roll for how many beers Nikolai has drank?
back. Yeah, go ahead and roll 1d10.
1d10. I've rolled 5. Nice.
Makes sense.
Good.
But Nikolai, we have to. I think ideally you should talk to her and find out how the different values of souls. That could help you out a great deal.
Mm-hmm. What do you think we could do with the goat demon?
Oh, I actually forgot about that.
That was a bonus. I felt like that one would come in handy, so I felt like we could probably tell that might be a plus on the soul scale. I don't know.
Yeah.
We might just save that for a rainy day, I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing.
Technically, I still have the demon part, and it's not into a soul. It's actually the whole package.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
You could always bring that up with her, and there's always more information that we need. Give them. So, what do you think our next course of action should be? Well, first of all, in talking to Ventara, I learned, Vinny and I, we learned that the cause of this magic was done by the high priestess. And it's caused by an object that's preventing offensive magic from happening. All other type of magic is good to go as long as it isn't used in a way that would cause harm. Once it gets to that point, then it is immediately negated. So, then she also gave us a word of advice that if we so choose to take out the high priestess, and I'll kind of lower my voice at this point. So, we do choose to take her out, change the regime again. We'll have to take out her first before we go to the body. Because if we do the body if we go from the lower end going up, it'll be a lot harder than going from the top down.
Yes. I mean, I don't mean to like go on a different tangent here, Dust, but I just want to say I'm sorry about like how I like threw all this on you guys. I'm not trying. I don't mean I'm not a. I don't like what I'm doing. I don't like it, and I don't want to keep doing it. It's like I don't want to like give my soul away. So it's like I hate it because I don't want to take other people's soul, but it's like you have like this moral battle going on, and I don't know how to deal with it. I just kind of keep a face over my face. I guess that's pun intended. And that's just how I go about my life. So
I think it's perfectly alright, Nikolai. Me personally, I have some secrets. And I'll divulge them to make everybody feel better. A few of them. Maybe not necessarily all, because I still have a lot that I'm uncertain about. I personally come from a clan that's found along the border of Dust, the Kingdom of Dust. We're known as the Ethereal Peaks clan. A number of years ago, we were shattered. A raid done by a bunch of genies, or cohorts. I'm searching for my members of my clan, particularly my sister, who was taken in that trade. We may be coming up across them in time, and also in particular, I'm myself am a warlock. I get my spells from a patron who, truth be told, doesn't even know that they're my patron. Because I tricked them into signing a deal with me. Much like you and Bentar, Nikolai. But only I was in the role of Bentar.
Why? Well, see now I don't know how I feel about this thing, because it's like you were doing the slyness, and now I'm like, I mean, it doesn't feel right, but I don't know.
I took advantage of the genie that signed the pact with. And now I'm in a desperate struggle to prove myself for when she comes for me.
Finny, Ada, I want you to go ahead and... actually, no, you don't have to roll. What are your passive perceptions?
13.
Hold on, I gotta find mine. Passive perception. Passive perception. Is that a passive wisdom?
Yes,
Yes.
passive wisdom perception.
15.
Oh, pretty good.
Nice.
You smell something burning. It's not the food, but Finny alone, you smell something burning in your pocket. It's not like catching on fire. It's like that hint of something burned in this room, but it's no longer on fire.
Finny?
Yeah.
Only Finny knows.
What's? Oh, okay. I didn't know. I can't say anything.
Hey guys, there's been some awkward feelings after all this truth telling, and I'm kind of feeling awkward over here.
Are you feeling okay?
Not quite. I kind of have like a burning sense of burnness around me, and I can't tell who's. I don't know
What
if
do
it's
you
a
What do you
feeling.
mean?
Nikolai and now Dusk, go ahead. What are your passive perceptions? If it's 15, you're fine. You're good to go.
No.
No.
You have no idea what Finny's talking about.
You
I
ever
guess...
heard the saying? You ever heard the saying? I feel like I'm burning a hole in my pocket.
I mean, what is it? Is there some? I don't know. I mean, is there something
Are
in
you
your
literally
pocket?
burning a hole in your pocket?
If you guys are looking, you can actively search it, so you can roll perception checks now if you want.
He's kind of looking at his pocket.
Found it. I found it. Yes. Finny?
Eventually looking at the information and looking around you, Ada and Nikolai, you can tell that something around Finny is smelled strangely. It's like iron that, if you've ever had a nosebleed, it's that type of smell, that sensation. Almost like burning copper, but not exactly right.
Finny, what did you do with the card?
It's still in my pocket.
Look in your pocket.
Let me check. It's still here.
It's still there. He like pulls it out.
Oh. Is it normal?
Smells a little weird.
Ever since you guys have been telling all these true stories, it's got really awkward in here.
It didn't smell before, but it smells a little weird now. Could be because he, stuffed it in the pocket for a while.
Okay. Okay, good call. Good call.
Detecting magic, Ada, around it, I'm assuming, you detect two varying pools of magic enchantments cast upon it. You obviously know, because she told you that one of them, once you rip it up, casts the sending spell. And there's another pool of magic similar to the sending spell. But it is constantly going. The sending spell is there. It's infused into the piece of paper, but it's not active. The other one is constantly active enchantment. If you have identify, you can scry it with identify. Because the piece of paper is technically classified as a magical object.
Sorry, out of game. How do I do that?
If you have identify, you can just use the spell.
Oh, I did use the spell though.
That's detect magic.
Oh.
Like to identify something like to get specifics, you would use identify. To see, hey, is this thing we're about to touch magical? You would use detect magic.
Okay, got it.
If you don't have identify, you can just roll Arcana and get a better guess, but not exact wording.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Can I roll Arcana too?
Yes.
You can learn the School of Magic.
Yes, you do. It's enchantment.
Okay.
Gee, I might have learned that.
That's pretty good. Looking at this, Ada, and figuring out this information, and Nikolai looking at this, and like you guys comparing notes and examining it, the other spell that's constantly going and flowing is similar to the sending spell. However, this one has been warped and altered to continuously flow in and out. The magic itself is pushing out something and also getting something inside. It's sending it off into a different direction, not even close to here. Well, rather, not even in this exact room. It's going to the south. Further, and you're not exactly sure how far away. But it's also drawing in corporeal sounds in the area and the environment.
Can I have that card?
Are you sure you want this card?
Yes, I'm sure.
Before you guys fight for the card, we're going to take a 5-minute break here, and I'll be right back. You don't actually have to fight for it. I just...
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Sorry. No, you're good. I'm just like, I'm trying to like be relieved.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be right back.
All the things I just heard, and I can't process it right now.
Oh, what? No, like literally... Like, so this is my whole entire character backstory that we just walked into. Yeah.
And kind of with this happening, that's kind of why Dust exposed a little bit of his.
Yeah.
Probably more the dangerous parts of his backstory. Kind of kept it brief. But with that happening, I'm about to say, like, out loud, Bentar owes us some information.
Oh my gosh, you don't know how much I wanted to literally pop off and just literally, and I would just like, I was about to go twin spell polymorph on you and Finny into hulking crabs. Because then it would proc because it was magic and it wasn't attacking you because it was polymorph, because you would allow it and then you'd be hulking crabs and you could attack her. And I was like, that would be freaking legit. But then I was like, do I really want to attack her yet? Because I don't know how much, because if she could do magic, he could just like poof away or something. I don't know. So I thought about it and I'm like, I don't know, I'll wait it out, because usually devils are probably people you don't want to fuck with because they're going to do something bad. So is he okay? Ada?
Oh, yes. Oh, I don't know what's happening. I just noticed he left.
Oh, okay.
I can go check on him real quick. Hang on.
Oh, that's okay. If you want to talk, that's good too. I mean,
yeah.
My brain is processing through everything. Like, it's just this night where we're telling everyone about backstories. It's just one of the nights where I can't just process anything. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Also, out of game, I normally have a good luck charm, and for the past 2 days, my good luck charm was I don't know if you guys watch any anime, a Sir Night-Eye figurine my friend gave me, and it wasn't working at all. So I somehow, for some reason, I changed it to my Funko Pop of Voldemort, and somehow everything is working.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is Voldemort,
Nice.
even though he's the Dark Lord himself. It's my good luck charm now. So.
Oh, so I'm back now.
Huh.
Yeah, so, but no, I think waiting was a good thing, because, like, Bentar is very much a merchant, And so literally your transaction was just a merchant selling their wares.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the ware being
Souls.
so being like body immogrification and imbuing me with magic, and I guess or was okay here. Okay, ooh, dogma. Interesting question. In your world of this, whatever your home, how your world works, is magic innate to certain people, and it is present in minute amounts in everybody, or are certain people not magically enabled and have to be either given magic by something to gain magic, or is everybody have the capability of magic? It's just some people are stronger than others.
Like D&D, some people are stronger than others. Everyone has some form of magic. It's just not everyone can tap into that magic.
Okay.
It's like the Feywild equivalent. Everything in the world has magic. Every spark, every leaf, every person, every elf. It's just not everyone can tap into it and then decide to like go into their own styles of doing things. Some become farmers, some become mercenaries, others become clerics, priests, healers, rangers, paladins, assassins. Each hold a spark of magic, just not everyone holds the same amount or can tap into the same amount.
So, I guess me interpreting like how Nikolai got his magic through that explanation would be like he had the ability to do all this like crazy magic of a sorcerer, but he never was able to tap into it, and that's what the devil did. And also healed him for like being horribly scarred from an accident. And so he can change who he is like visually, but his whole magic abilities came from the devil tapping into his innate magic and like bringing it out to him.
I mean, magic can be given to you to enhance your own, but the basic way or premise of thinking of it, like D&D, everyone has magic, just not everyone has the key to unlock it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And obviously, other things or other beings can give you more, or lead you to a greater strength behind it. That being said, though, let me know when you guys are ready.
We're all here.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Oh, I guess it was
Ready to go.
All right. Thank you for indulging me in, I suppose, my 5-minute break. And we'll get... Nikolai asked Finny, "Hey, Finny, can I have that?" And Finny then stated, "Are you sure you want it?" And that's where we left off.
Yeah, are you sure you want this?
Yeah, it's a card, and it's telling the devil what we're doing right now.
How do you know these type of things?
Magic. I know. Me and Ada looked at it, and we figured it out.
All right.